NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jawun Evans from Oklahoma State University.
Jawun Evans, the guy that Bill has told you a couple of minutes ago, he was very high on. He's an all Big 12 player, averaged better than 19 points, about 6.5 assists per game. Only a couple of Big 12 players have averaged 19 and 6 in a single season. Pierre Jackson of Baylor did it a few years ago.
March 23rd, 2015. Chicago. Legendary players, Hall of Famers. Seeing the statue of Michael Jordan. Number 23. The 6 rings. Every kid who takes basketball half serious dreams of being picked up for the McDonald's All-American game. The likes of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Paul Pierce, LeBron James.
In the McDonald's game, you know, it was a great experience, you know, playing with my peers, the Ben Simmons, the Jaylen Browns, the Isaiah Briscoes, those guys of that caliber. We all went at it in practice, just try to make each other better. You know, everybody in that game wants to shine. And so, I mean, you just got to find little small ways for you to stick out. You know, offensive end, you know, everybody want to do offense, so I just, you know, try to pick up my man a little bit of full court in the All-Star game, so I feel like that was something I tried to do to stick out more. Playing against those guys and playing with those guys gave me a lot of confidence going into my next year going to college. In the game, I think I had like 6 points, 6 assists, something like that. I feel like I did pretty well, you know, just for the minutes I've been in, I contributed a lot for my team.
The look in his eye, the energy in the building. It was electrifying, unique, something new, something what dreams are made of. Nobody really knew who Jawun was, this young kid from Greenville, South Carolina. Jawun ended up playing the most minutes out of any player in the McDonald's game, receiving a lot of praise and attention from NBA teams across the league for his play in the game. And going into his freshman year at Oklahoma State, Jawun knew what he had to do.
So I got off the phone with the coach from the USA team, and right then and there I told my mom, you know, I'm going to Colorado Springs for the USA 19 and U tryouts. And she was like, what? Like, stop playing. Like, I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, that's the phone call I got. And them choosing me, you know, just to go overseas and play against a different country, you know. I went up there just trying to go at every other guard that was there. I ended up getting past the first round of the camp, so I was very excited about that. And then finally, you know, they had the final cut, and I ended up making the final cut, and I was very excited. I know the first thing I did when I got in my room was call my mom, you know, told her, you know, I made the USA 19 team. I never got to go home after that. I stayed until we got ready to leave to go to Greece. 18-hour flight. I don't even think I slept on that flight. I didn't play as much as I, you know, wanted to. I came out there and just wanted to be that defensive player. And so, I mean, that's what I was on the team, that defensive player that came in and just gave the team energy, you know. It was just something I had to learn, and I took it back to college with me. And I think now, I want to say half of that team or more than half of that team is now here in the NBA. As you can see, you know, everybody on the team, you know, is a hard worker, you know, just wanting to be great. Getting the gold medal and standing on the podium, you know, and them playing the national anthem was like, you know, I was like, man, like I'm really blessed just to be standing here with this gold medal around my neck, playing the game that I love, you know. It's just something I just think about all the time. After playing on the national team in Greece, I get back to Oklahoma State, and I have weightlifting the next day I get back. I ain't take no days off. I was ready just to get back to the grind.
Jawun's first year at Oklahoma State was a struggle in itself, having to battle through injuries, going through the bumps and bruises, and learning a new style of play.
Going from high school to college, you know, was a big jump. Going into my first game, I wouldn't say I was nervous. You know, I just wanted to do everything right. Trying to do a little bit, I want to say too much, but I was just thinking too much. I remember going into halftime, coach was just telling me, you know, just relax, you know, just play basketball, you know, just go out there and just have fun, just play your game. And so the second half, you know, I kind of loosened up. I got, you know, started bouncing a little bit, you know. So I mean, I kind of felt better. From then on, you know, I felt like, you know, I belonged, you know, playing on that high level. Next thing you know, going into conference play, I'm averaging high numbers. Career games, you know, one game I had 42 against Oklahoma in the Bellum game. Going against Kansas at home, beating them. You know, I felt like that was a statement game for me, you know, just letting people know, like I'm here too, like I'm one of the, you know, top players too. You know, your fans rushing the court. You know, that's something, you know, that I never experienced before. You know, them just picking me up, having me over everybody was, you know, just something I will always remember. We playing against Auburn. Next thing you know, I go up and my arm kind of gets caught with another player's arm. After the game, I'm like, man, like, I feel like my shoulder hurt. And then the next game we was against Texas Tech. Next thing you know, I try to throw a hard backdoor pass and shoulder came out, and that's what it was. A torn labrum in the rotator cuff. I just started from the bottom again. You know, I just went back to the bottom. Toughest thing I ever went through. I couldn't help my team in no way. I was really playing hurt and didn't even know it. Thinking a lot like, man, like, am I gonna be the same? Is my shoulder gonna feel better? That's all I was thinking about, just going through that process of having surgery and just sitting out those 6 months. I never had to go through nothing like that. It really also helped me. It opened my eyes much more. Just showing me, you know, like, at any time, you know, the ball can stop bouncing. I just try to take advantage of every opportunity I have with basketball. I was surprised, you know, that I didn't play that many games and they still, you know, rewarded me freshman Big 12 Player of the Year. I felt like, you know, it was just a blessing to receive that. Just gave me a big confidence boost. You know, even though I was injured for the half of the season, I really did, you know, what I was supposed to do just in those few games, and they really, like, paid attention and noticed what I was doing for my team.
Jawun's sophomore year at Oklahoma State was one of the greatest, playing against some of the nation's best, setting Big 12 records, big points in the Big 12 games.
Be the best point guard in the fucking country. Only if you stay in shape and stay consistent. Think about that. You'll be a top 2, top 3 point guard in the country. You just gotta stay up and take care of your body. And there's nobody in the Big 12. You got a Big 12 freshman year, you'll be the Big 12 player. You're going 19. Like, when you're about 24, 25 years old, we can just focus on getting shots. These next 4 or 5 years, you gotta go game speed on the
I've been working with Tim since I was 15, you know, at Kimball. You know, Tim helps me out in different ways. You know, at the time, I was very, very quiet-spoken, you know, not talking much, just working me, trying to just get me to be more vocal and just more talkative. Him helping me out as a basketball player and also just off the court, just just growing up and just being a man. So I mean, he's been there for a long time, and he's just like family. So. Working with him, it made my game a whole lot better than what it was. We started doing a lot of just shooting drills, a lot of pick and roll, just because, you know, in the college level, we basically had the same plays as they do in the NBA. We did a lot of pick and roll stuff, so just looking at different angles, different moves I can use to, you know, just get my defender off balance or just get, you know, my big open when he rolls. So I mean, just little things like that, and then we also, you know, just working on a lot of defensive things, you know, just sitting in the lane, just trying to stay in front of your man the whole time. So I mean, we did a lot of things, a lot of conditioning, just a lot of running, full court running, 3-point shots, you know, just trying to get back in shape.
After his sophomore year at Oklahoma State, Jawun decided to put his name in the 2017 NBA draft.
I made my decision, talked it over with my family. It was a big step for me. I didn't know where I was going, what pick I was going, just waiting on your name to be called. You know, everybody wants to be, you know, a lottery pick, first rounder. You know, going into the draft, I felt like I was a first round draft pick. Second round comes around, other people going in front of me. You know, I'm keeping a positive mindset. It's coming up, it's coming up. I want to say I was never second guessing myself about leaving college. You know, I felt like I was ready.
In the 2017 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jawun Evans.
When my name was called, the first thing I did, you know, was hug my mom. You know, it was just like, man, like I did it. I had the biggest smile on my face, like, ever. Like, you know, like, man, like I done it.
19 points, about 6.5 assists per game. Only a couple of Big 12 players have averaged 19 and 6 in a single season. Pierre Jackson of Baylor did it a few years ago. Evans, a dynamic offensive player, now on his way to try to find his way in Philadelphia. Perhaps.
Walking across that stage and just putting that hat on, just taking that picture, I can just like remember it as it was yesterday. That whole experience, you know, I would never forget. Just going in the back and just being with all the other picks, and you know, just a dream come true.
To use them, change of pace, change of direction, just really outstanding. Got an excellent floater. Got the third.
The NBA, you know, it's a business, you know. Like, you never know what can happen. Like, you just got to be ready for it.
Jawun got traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. It was a big opportunity, starting a new chapter in his life. Los Angeles, California.
So being traded to the Clippers, you know, I'm excited. Like, man, it's LA, you know, my idol, someone I look up to, someone, you know, I try to model my game after, Chris Paul. I'm gonna be able to, you know, play with him. And then, like a couple of days later, he gets traded. I'm not, you know, I'm gonna have to go against him now, like, you know. out there playing, like, it's fast. Like, I'm still, like, trying to get used to the speed of the game, you know. Everybody's athletic. It's a lot of players out there that's very smart. Like, my position is pretty tough, you know. You probably have, like, you know, Kyrie Irving one night, Damian Lillard the next night, Kyle Lowry, or Kemba Walker, someone in that caliber. You know, so, I mean, you never know what you're going to get at the point guard slot. So, I mean, it's tough. And, you know, you got to just come out and just bring it and just be ready. Ended up signing with Li-Ning. It's a great shoe company, great company to be with. They end up putting my logo on my shoe. You know, people always dream of, you know, either having their own shoe or, you know, having their name on their shoe. And that's just something that, you know, just seeing that every time I put my basketball shoes on, having my name and my number on them. Eventually, I hope one day I can have my own shoe. I'm still like a regular person. I don't feel like, you know, I'm in the NBA. The thing that really just opened up with me being on 2K and not having to create my player anymore, you know, I can play with my own player. It really just opened my eyes. But that's one thing about me. I work like I'm still trying to get here, so I feel like that's the reason why I still feel like I'm not in the NBA. I'm still the same person I was growing up from South Carolina. Just who I am, you know, I'm not gonna change just because I'm here. Well, this is the tank. You know, it's like off-road car, pretty big, you know. Just going off-road. I like cars like that, you know, with the big tires. We head to the game, Staples Center. And we're playing against the Cavs tonight. Yeah, we got LeBron coming in. Growing up, you know, with it being your favorite player, and then now actually getting a chance to play against him, you know what I'm saying? It's a dream come true. Just a big game like this, you know, just make you want to go out and just go out there and just have fun and just compete. So I'm ready for the challenge tonight. Being on the same court with him, playing against him, you know, actually getting to guard him or he guarding you, something like that, it's like something I never dreamed of. He makes it look so easy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he scores from all types of ways. He can shoot, get to the cup. Him being what, 6'8", 6'9" at point guard, and I think that night he ended up giving us like 40, I want to say, with only him taking like mostly jump shots. Something I didn't see before, like watching on TV. I think that was the big difference from TV to actually being on the court and playing against him. Double back dressed in blue laces.
Got the win tonight, got the dub. Sendero did a great job on LeBron. You know, I just feel like, you know, we just outplayed him. You know, got to run up and down the court, got key stops, and that was a big win for us. We needed that one. I told you, man, I still feel the same, man. I mean, I'm here, but I don't feel like it. I still feel like, you know, the same dude from South Carolina, man.
I got emotional seeing that. Seeing somebody so close to you realize their dream, that's inspiring. That's motivating. From that shy kid from Greenville, South Carolina, to going into the NBA and becoming one of my favorite players.
The thing I say that keeps me motivated is, you know, waking up every day and the only thing I have to worry about is just playing basketball. And if this is the hardest thing, you know, that I have to do, then I'm glad this is it. You know, I come in, I try to work as hard as I can, you know, play my hardest and just try to get better every day. At the end of the day, I still haven't gave my mama everything she wants. That's a big thing for me, you know. Her having, you know, the house she wants, the car she wants, just started me to be great, you know. For my dad, you know, the same thing. Just having my family, just, you know, just to be straight, to be good, you know. So I haven't done those things yet. You know, those are to come, but, you know, that's what started me. Just keep pushing, just for me to be the best I can be, and I feel like that's it.
What's next? Only time will tell. It's crazy to think, just 3 short years ago, Jawun was in high school. It feels like yesterday. I met him at the gym early in the mornings before school started. Some of the things that I've learned through this whole process is it never ends. It's a constant rebirth. There's always another mountain to climb. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep climbing. The emotions and mental toughness that it takes to stay disciplined and consistent is unbearing. But we all know that for something you must pay the price. You will fail. You will struggle. That's just a part of that price you pay. But one day, you will be rewarded with a beautiful moment that no one can describe. And at that moment, you will appreciate your struggle and see the beauty in everything you have conquered.